I think with this whole idea of the Spirit, if there is a future for church, it will need to be very improvisational. I think that within worship, feeling like you can sing a few extra bars, that maybe we break the wall between who's giving the homily, that we can hear voices from the congregation. Maybe the pews need to go. Maybe we should be sitting in circles like the Quakers do. Maybe there should be more time for silence. I think that if worship and church will continue, we need to have folks that are bold enough to say, we need to completely reimagine this in order for it to continue to survive. Because for me, church has always been a place to give thanks, has always been a place to gather as a community, has always been a place to reorient ourselves to the Spirit that's around us, the Spirit that's within us, and those spaces should exist. Because especially within America, it's not normal that you can come up to your brother and sister and say, the God in me greets the God in you. To be in a collective space that's talking that everybody should have equal rights, that everyone should have their basic necessity. I think that those kind of gathering spaces are incredibly important. But there are enough churches where it's more about the ritual and it's more about how it's been done before, that if that's the way the church has to be, then it might be okay for that type of church to die. But I think that within a Christian tradition, we come from a tradition where you die, the seed needs to die in order for it to have new life. So it's this really interesting moment of having certain communities die with integrity, or certain churches die with integrity, and for some pastors to be in more of a hospice role, and then for others to kind of boldly step out into the wilderness and say, how are we going to reimagine this thing?